Hey friends, welcome back to another video. We're at 117.65 now. So the whole plan was to jump to 5NL because we did get the $C, which was the plan for the New Year's Eve. That was, the New Year's Day flip out, which we got, and we got $32 C from that. Also, now that we've noticed there's actually going to be a New Year, Chinese New Year promotion as well. So hopefully we get another lot of C there. And there's probably going to be another flip out before that as well, so on the 12th. So hopefully we accumulate enough chips between now and the 12th, and we just keep hopefully getting some C in the background. We're not grinding enough to actually make the daily leaderboard. We can try, but I don't think we're going to push too much there. I think what we're doing is working at the moment, so we're going to do from anywhere between half an hour to an hour and a half, depending how we feel, and then we'll probably cut it off. We'll only have the winning sessions hopefully over an hour and go from there. And we're taking a step at 5NL yesterday, which we did pretty well. We won about $8 actually, so that was good. And the whole idea was if we drop back down to $80, then you'd leave. And then thinking that too, once we take a stab at 10NL, we'll have to at least have five buy-ins. So that means well, actually, five buy-ins, so at least 250. You could do 300, but depending if we continue to run as good as we are, even though the site says we're running bad, we will probably take the shot earlier than later, just because we need to accumulate some of the points to keep the octopus cash rake. So that will help as well. So we've got that in the background as well. I'm not sure how much we've got with that, but after a losing session, we'll probably look at that just to reboost and just help psychologically any harm that we have to a losing session. So anyway, let's go from now and see how we go. Don't forget to like and subscribe as well. Okay, we're starting with pocket nines. Definitely going to be opening here. Going to be betting just the same amount as a steal as well. We're going to represent the ace, which you can, and if he's got an ace, hopefully hit 9 on the turn, and then we're thinking about getting stacks in. Just going to continue here. If he keeps calling, we have to let go of the river, but he will believe a lot of turn bets. We've done the best to win this hand. We'll just have to let it go because I think a lot of the times there he's got to have hit. Also, there were spades. I mean, technically, we might have been able to bet that river as well, because if he doesn't have an ace or a queen and he's got lower pocket pair, he's definitely folding. Okay, so we 3-bet. We're in position here. Just going to bet here. Hopefully he's got some type of flush draw or, got overpair. Definitely going to raise again and see how we go. Okay, it goes all in. Hopefully he's just got kings or aces. Could have higher sets though as well. It is what it is. Okay, so this is just a flip. We're just going to get the cash out. Now it doesn't really matter. Good way to start the session. So we'll just run it once. This is fine. And 5's held up. And it would have been a book anyway. So even if the clubs come out, if it was a king of clubs, we come back and strike back with a full house. So not a bad start to the session. It's just unfortunate that it was a shorter stack that we're up against. But we min raised, we min bet there with the 3-bet on the flop, so enticed the shove over the top. So that was good. Anyway, he recognized his full equity by shoving in on the flop as well. So probably wasn't the worst play from our opponent either. But it was actually really good that we could cash out on the flop. So just remember that too. Getting stacks in there, if you can cash out on the flop, it's not the worst possible thing here. We could probably light 4-bet here, but against a small blind, probably not going to. He's only 3-bets 5%, so in a small blind, if he's going to raise there, he's going to be on the top end of his range. Against the big blind, it's probably slightly different, but with a small blind, if he's a regular, he's definitely going to be playing on the top end of his range. So he might actually have a pocket pair there. Going for the steal with queen 4, light 3-bet with king 9 suited, and we take it down, which is nice. Just going to fold here with queen 4 offsuit. No point playing out of position. We played for the steal. when you play for a steal, don't fall in love with your hand and don't get trapped to your hand. Leave your ego at the door. We made a play, didn't work, let it go. Don't hang on. Don't run into, oh, I can take this guy out, and then you end up going all in and you've got next to nothing. It's going to fold here, ace five. Not a great hand. I mean, we could actually probably play it, and if we nice and he's got like a pocket pair, it's just going to be a small flop. But if we get dominated, like it's just going to be a small, we're going to win small, but we're going to lose big when we're dominated if we. So it's probably a nice hand just to let go. And no point building up the pot at a position. And he was in early position as well, so there could be a good chance that he has a strong hand as well. All right, got Queen 10, definitely opening up here. Take that one down. Then go 10, 10 2. All right, pocket 10s. We've had a few pocket 10s out of position in the blinds as well. Typically like to raise. Because that way, if we do hit the 10 and the ace comes out, we can usually stack off. We can play it aggressive and then also play any scare cards that come out on the flop as well. If he does raise, more likely just to call. So I'm more likely to call here, just the fact that he's just min bet here. So I'm going to call. He folds, which is fine. If he's got ace king, we're actually in front here, but there is one over at the jack. Throwing in a bet here. Really strange bet for under the gun. So just going to call here. We're not going to let this go. We do have a diamond as well. Definitely get a bet here. I'm going to call one more. Not a bad card for us. If he's got ace king. Going to check behind here. If he's got overcards, he's never calling. And there, that's how you win pocket tens. Beautiful. Goes all in. Ace queens whiffed. Missed everything. So we'll let go there. Was a multi-way pot, so trying to see bet there, possibly in a 3-bet pot, was probably not going to be profitable because at least one person. It's one thing when you're playing against one player to get fold, but against two others or three others, it's a lot harder to get the folds and get it done. I'm just going to let go 6-4 suited. But that was a nice pot for pocket tens regardless. So, but ace queen, yeah, maybe could have just checked the flop and then probably let it go. Just in a multi-way pot. Wasn't a great board anyway for us, but it wasn't a great board for our opponents either. All right, going to throw a bet in. We do have, flush draw, so one as well. All right, going to bet here. We've got pocket nines. If he's got jacks, goes all in, we'll go all out. That's fine. If he's got like a hand like ace king, he's definitely happy there. It was a short stack as well, but highly doubt he's going to have anything less than an ace though. What we could have done was check behind as well, but we like to play quite aggressive, especially with an ace flop as well. Because if he hasn't hit and if he's got a bigger pair than us, and the ace scares him, he's definitely going to fold all the times. Aces didn't get any action in the small blind, unfortunately. It's 10 here. Let it go against the under the gun. Queen jack, get a fold. Trying to keep somewhat disciplined, keep to the game plan. Go for the steal with jack 5, offsuit. We're in the button. You want to loosen up in the button. 9-8. I'm going to call behind here. Got a gut shot. We can raise here a lot of times. We call behind, so this could definitely hit our range a bit more. So we could actually raise this. We don't have much showdown value. If he checks again, we're definitely betting. But then if he shoves, we're probably going to go the hand again. But we're definitely going to be compelled to, attack this pot. This flop definitely helped us. The board was a low board. It's going to hit our range, not his. Especially if he's got like an ace high hand. So yeah, we just run the bluff, and it worked that time. So good. Got to pick your moments. Got a gut shot here. Just going to check behind. Probably could have argued the bet there. I'm going to throw a bet in here though. Makes sense that we check the flop, but bet the turn, especially if we got an 8. Because if he had a jack, he'd be betting as well. Probably bet that flop. Or at least bet into us. It's going to call. See if flop was cheap enough raise. We'll probably check raise here. Got an open ender. Just get a light 3-bet here. Like, get a 3-bet this very low. He folds. And we missed the draw, but we still win the pot because we played it aggressive as well, which is nice. And if you had kings, pocket aces, he's probably letting go there. Probably going over the top raising. And we just get out the hands. But in other hands, we definitely got, he could just call and we catch up and get the draw, get the straight. There is a possibility we get thrown off the hand as well when he's missed as well, but it really depends, I guess, on the type of player. But we don't have much of a read here. I'm going to raise here with king queen in the small blind a little bit higher. It is a small little bet as well. A lot of people do small bet like this when they're in tight, trying to get action. But yeah, we'll see bet when we've missed. We'll see bet when we've hit. We can go for a squeeze here. I've got an ace blocker as well. And then we'll try and get one fold, one call, and then we'll try and play a c-bet bluff. All right, so he's bet. He's all in. It's going to fold. Or we could argue to call, but I don't know what our opponent line is going to do. If he's 3-bet us, there's chances are he's going to go all in anyway. We're heavily dominated, so it was good to get out of the hand, regardless of the scenario. And you say, oh, why did I do that? We went for the squeeze because we didn't know what our opponent had. And with that flop, we had the initiative. And if you have a look, if we c-bet that, they're going to fold there a lot of the times because they got nothing. And sometimes reading that hand, if we throw a turn bet, they're definitely folding. And we don't have the best hand. Definitely raising the ace queen offsuit. Let's see what we got here. King 4 offsuit is trash. Ace 5's not trash. We can light 3-bet this as well. Just going to continue betting. Sometimes what we've discussed in the past, or some players and I have discussed in the past, a 10 usually hits someone. But now diamonds come out. A lot has changed. Going for the wheel. We're going to bet this one. Hopefully another draw card comes out, like a 2. But yeah, it didn't matter. He folds anyway. So winning some small hands, which is nice. Ace king offsuit. Let's go. Sometimes what people do is they'll bet a bit smaller, 3-bet a bit smaller in position, especially on the button, just to entice some action. Close the action down. Just going to check here. If he throws in a small bet, we're calling. We've played this hand quite passive, so we don't need to be too aggressive. Also, goes all in after 15 cents, really. Yeah, pocket aces, but we would have beat him, but it doesn't matter. But him shoving all in like that, I mean, We're going to call with kings probably, but anything else, maybe not. And it's going to call behind. We're actually quite deep here. Need a queen, need a heart, need a bit of work here. If bet's 50 cents, we probably could have called. Okay, so he's probably got a marginal hand at best, but he might even have a jack. Okay, so we've hit the heart. We're not going anywhere with this hand. He could have a straight though, but we could also get a flush. We're in position. We get a free card. Also, the king helps us. So he's going to get a call out of us. Hopefully, if he throws a little bet in, we're going to call. Hopefully, he's got a jack. We're going to call. I don't think he's got an 8, but we'll see. So he actually owned himself there. So he actually valued himself with the river. We don't want to raise there because it is quite a dangerous board for one pair. Because all we've got is one pair there. Sure, we've got the best kicker, top pair, top kicker. But we don't have the nuts to that hand, so... And if he does raise us and runs a bluff, are you prepared to do that call? That's what you got to ask yourself. And I don't think we were, so we're happy with 50 cents. I think if he checked to us, we're probably happy to throw in like a 50-cent bet and hopefully get a call as well, which I think he would have. All right, ace king. Because we looked quite weak. We didn't actually bet post flop. So that was a nice little win for top pair, top kicker. Okay, getting a lot of ace king at the moment, but not getting any big pots now. We're out of position here. Out of position. I'm going to raise. And if he jams, probably should call, I guess. Because it's just like he's got aces and kings. And he might actually let go here a lot of times and just give us some free money. We're probably not going to go anywhere now. But anyway, we missed the board. He folds regardless, so that's fine. Just a nice little win there. We're out of position, so raised a bit more, but we should adjust. Make sure we do adjust when we're in position and try and 3-bet a little bit smaller. I mean, this is little things, since I haven't played that much in the last 6 months. So there's just little things, not ultra important. They are important for the win rate, but not necessity for a win rate, if that means anything. All right, it's going to fold here, queen 8. All right, so we 3-bet with ace 2 suited. Hopefully he just calls. If he 4-bets here, we're probably going to let go. It's going to check here. We've got top pair, but shit kicker. Hopefully everyone else checks to us. Okay, so now we're going to check raise, hopefully. Okay, going to check raise this. And then hopefully he calls. And then we'll call a river bet, hopefully. If he jams us, that's actually the worst card on the board for us. So I had sixes. So we actually got good value out of that hand. Just a shame on the 4. I mean, we had 2 paired, but that's the problem when you have a bad kicker. Is you can get counterfeit a lot of the times, especially when the board pairs up. And then, ace king does win and beat you. It's the reason why the overcards and, the ace king, ace queen are all really good hands, because if the board pairs up and you fit the ace or you beat the king, you've got 2 pair all of a sudden and you beat all those hands, those marginal hands. Going in for a steal with queen 10 suited. In the small blind. I'm going to let go with 9-8, especially up against small blind. Okay, I'm going to call. That is amazing. Just going to check. Hit the book. Let's hope he's got clubs. If he's hit this ball quite hard, he's not going anywhere. We're just trying to hopefully him catch up to at least a flush or a straight. If he's got Jack 9, he's not going anywhere, hopefully. And he's got a small stack as well. All right, the flush is out, straight is out. This is all set up for him to jam. And he jams. All right, and then we call. He's caught up with his flush, hopefully. Wow. Okay, so wow, he hits the book on the river, but we had a bigger book on the river, so whew, lucky. But he did hit his card on the river, so our game plan actually did work there. We wanted him to catch up one way or another. We just didn't want him to pass us. We just wanted him to get a stronger hand to get the stacks in. Reminds me of when I was at the casino. I had pocket eights and I hit quad eights on the flop, and I played it in a peculiar way. Right, I played it in such a way that um, when it got to the river, my opponent hit. I played it in such a fashion like that. My opponent hit straight on the river. The whole table assumed this guy was the best player on the table, and he put down his straight. Like he went like I went like and took ages. Like he bet on the river, and I tanked and then shoved all in, and I acted like I had nothing against under the gun. I'm not going to get too carried away with conversation there. Would have been a great board. But yeah, so I tanked, shoved all in. He called and showed straight away without thinking a straight with the best hand, and everyone was like, "Yeah, you got him." And then I showed quads, and everyone was like, "What the what? You should be on Hollywood." So they just didn't. They just did not see it coming that the hammer was coming. Definitely raising in out of position here. If he shoves, we're just calling it. It's just a flip. Just going to be half potting. He's short stack as well. Hopefully just jams, so we just call. But yeah, okay. So you just in a 3-bet pot as well. You could probably check there, especially against a short stack. So I'm just trying to remember some of the things I used to do, just to fine tune my game. So what we could do as well against the short stack. This is me thinking out loud. So against the short stack, especially in a 3-bet pot or a 4-bet pot, whatever you want to talk about. If it gets a short stack, they're going to be a lot more heavy towards making it to the river. If you check on the flop, so if you check on the flop, they're going to think that you're weak, but we could be running all over them. And sometimes you don't need to throw a bet in because the pot size to the pot ratio to his stack is already quite big. So it could already be 2 to 1, 3 to 1. And as soon as he throws that bet in, he's already it's gonna be a lot easier to get stacks in opposed to when we're running deep. All right, shoves all in. Let's go here. King 10 is definitely going to be dominated a lot of times, but this guy could be just shoving any two at this stage. All right, 8-2 offsuits going. But yeah, just remember that short stack can more than likely easier to find the shove, especially if you check that turn. I mean, check the flop, especially if he's hit the queen as well. He's going to start betting. We can start playing trapping, even out of position, be a little bit trappy. All right, I'm going to fold out of position, king queen. I know we hit the flop there, but out of position with king queen offsuit can be quite tricky. It's much easier when you're not playing Russian cash. If you've been playing the same table for like a couple of hours and you've got an understanding of how the players play, you could probably make the call whether or not that that guy's aggressive 3-betting, where he's not going to make too many plays. He's going to make a lot of plays and a lot of steals, so you could actually call and be good there. But you don't know if that guy's a nit, and if he's a nit, he might have ace king, ace queen dominated, and if he's got ace queen and we hit the queen, we're going to lose a bit of money there. I'm going to go for a squeeze with ace 10. I got pocket eights, aces. We hit the board a lot, pretty hard. Probably just shouldn't have bet it actually when we hit the full book again. Going to represent the king. Let's go. That's just pretty much what you do with a C bet with the squeeze, and a lot of people will fold to, the C bet squeeze. So that's just our bread and butter at this stage. Just let's say the session's really cold and you're not winning any hands. Sometimes the squeeze is just they're just a good backup plan. You just find those little spots where you can do it. This guy's got 236, three betting us. All right, let's raise him and see what he does. Last time they folded, we bet enough so we could fold, but let's just call behind. Let's just check. All right, let's just jam, see how it goes. He's either hit or not. If he folds, it was pretty tragic. King Jack, definitely happy with that. We're just going to take the cash. All right, spades come in, beautiful. So he sort of trapped himself there. Probably should have raised a bit more, but because raised a bit higher, being out of position. But since we sort of trapped him though, betting quite low, so that could be a story as well. I guess a bad player, they think that's weakness, but if they're enticing a call, sometimes that means a lot of strength. And then sometimes a big river bet. Sometimes people will be bluffing you, but sometimes people will be doing a big sized river bet. The fact is, they want to try and make up for the money left off the table that they didn't make because they didn't bet previous streets. So then you just get out of the hand and make them look silly. Because there's no point having a big poker hand if you don't actually take the money from, if you don't win anyone's stacks or at least win a decent sized pot. You could have the best hands, but if you're only winning not even one buy-in, it's not really worth it, is it? All right, pocket tens. Here we go. Raising, three betting here. It's fine. We are in position. Shoves all in. I'm gonna fold. Last time we folded, they definitely had. They showed aces last time, but they could have ace king as well, which is just a flip. And we know they can fold a lot of the times as well to our three bet. So, and if they check behind and an ace comes out and they've got jacks, queens, or kings, and an ace comes out on the flop, we bet it. You sure as hell think they could actually fold it. A bad player will actually fold. At least a thinking player might actually go one more street and think, oh, okay, I don't trust this guy. But then if you do bet the turn as well, pocket tens for the win here. But if you do bet the turn as well, they're probably folding as well. So, pocket queens. Limping in here, that's pretty strange. Under the gun limp. Must be a bad player. I'm going to check here. Going to get some value on the river. Just going to call behind. Hopefully you get a 10. Yeah, there you go. Beautiful. So I got a little bit of value there, but was actually thinking about three betting light there, but I didn't want him to flip over a king. All right, so tough decision. We're just going to call here, actually. We could argue raising, but for 12 cents, really? Okay, raises. We're not going anywhere. We're deep stacked. Let's go. Beautiful board against aces and kings. Okay, not great card. If he's got kings, he's slowing down. Alright, jamming. If he's got aces, set of aces, so be it. He's hit the straight. Need the board to pair up. That's unfortunate. It's actually a big pot to lose as well. Damn it. That really hurts. That really hurts. So that's $15 gone. Really hurts. So we've got to be a little bit careful with that. But Ah, man. Would have been a nice pot to win, though, wouldn't it? King Jack as well. But that's what makes the bad players keep coming back. They make these miracle plays, and then they win in value. All right, so what do we got? We got 18, 18, 88. So it's still up a little bit with the session because we just lost $5 really. It was just that we had up 15. We probably could have cashed it in. So another scenario what you could do, since we're playing close to the buy-in limits for our bankroll limit for this level, you can probably get to 15 and then just restart a table at $5. Let's see if we can get a 10. Not going to go crazy just because we've won, like we lost a pot, so we're not going to go chasing our winnings. So that's another thing you'll be aware of when you start losing a big hands like that. Don't take it personal. It just happens, and you want these bad players to actually have those bad plays. I mean, think of how much he spent to get to the river, and he actually three bet as well. I think it was a three bet or a four bet pot. So he spent quite a lot, and we were deep stacked. I think it was a dollar something on pre-flop, $1.50 maybe if I think right. I'm not really sure. But then yeah, he spent like $2 on the flop, bent the turn as well, and then we had him beat until the river. Well, actually, maybe he got it on the turn, and then yeah, he got it on the turn. Sorry, so be it. Could you have found the fold though? It would be a tight fold because he could have had a set of aces. The way he played it, he could have had a set of aces, which I was worried about the set of aces. I was also hoping he had ace king. I mean, you got to think about the other hands that he could have in that scenario. If he's got king jack in that scenario, he's going to have a lot more trash in that hand as well. Okay, he's more likely to have ace king and overplay it. He's more likely to have two pair and overplay it. And you got to think about, say, someone like king jack, and he's playing loosely like that. He's going to have a lot more hands that you beat in that scenario. So overall, in that scenario, we will win. So we don't take it too personal. I'm going to call here. I'm going to check raise actually. We don't have a showdown value hand, so happy to raise. And he bet 7 cents, so we're actually happy to bet a bit more. And then if he calls and hit our card, we're going to go to Value Town. Definitely just throwing in value. We don't we're betting here. We do not want him to really raise us, I guess, but we want him to fold just in case we don't win our hand because we've got no chance of winning if we miss. And then if we do hit, we want the pot to be big. Also, the fact that he could actually have us dominated with a flush, but so be it. If you're in control of the hand, there's chances are you're not dominated. It's only when they start taking over, you've got to be somewhat mature enough to actually make the fold. I guess you could argue with the king jack hand versus the queens. I mean, we weren't really in control of that hand, but he was making a play. Fortunately, his hand, paid off. Ace king, ace check here, raises us. We're going to be out of position. Probably happy to fold here. Definitely folding there, especially with the four bet. Plus, you're going to be out of position, or actually not out of position here, but we didn't want to run into a scenario where we're caught in the sandwich, where one player's going to shove like this, and you're just caught in a bad scenario. No one wants to be calling all in with ace jack offsuit. I'm just staying in the hand to see what happens, but It looks like we're just going to be dominated there a lot of the time. So he's got a pocket pair, and it's going to be so hard for us. Pocket sevens with a little 3-bet takes the win. I got pocket nines here. We can set mine here. Could set mine. Also, we can 3-bet. Probably should have 3-bet a bit larger here. Definitely calling. Probably going to let go here. The difference is here, he 3-bet us and we called behind. I'm going to throw a bet in. This is a pure bluff. He could have queens, could have jacks. And now the ace or a king comes out, he could be beat. But we just took a stab with the ace and the king. Yeah, jacks and queens will let go probably there a lot of times. But I think he's definitely top heavy there. Pocket fives going in with the c-bet. This is going to miss a lot of the big blinds range. That is not. Hopefully hit a 5 on the river. Didn't get any help. I'm going to check behind here, but we're going to be dominated here a lot. We're hoping he's got like a hand like ace queen, ace 10 maybe, but he could have sevens or nines or tens or queens. Yeah, just unfortunate. But we did throw a bet on the flop, which was a value bet for us. $66, $32, so 98, 98, 103, 116, probably about 116, 117. So we're still probably about the same as what we started with, even though we lost that big pot. There. So just trying to work out where we are, because it's very important you keep an idea where your bankroll is, especially when we've only got a certain amount of buy-in. So we've got under, what have we got? We got under 20 buy-in. No, we do have 20 buy-ins. So we've got probably got 23 buy-ins at this stage. We were going to have a bit more than that. We are going to have like almost a 26, 27 with that big hand, but unfortunately, the poker gods got in the way of that one. So that's fine. Can't win them all. Okay, get a 3-bet here. King Jack, especially against the stealer, hopefully. No pun intended, by the way. All right, so we actually steal it. Nice. And 3-bet here. King Jack offsuit. Open up with pocket twos. Beautiful. So just little wins. So if we lose another big hand, I'm probably going to stop the session. If we win another big hand, I'm probably going to lose. No, not lose. I'm going to stop the session as well, just and try and just take the win, because we got a big punch in the gut with that big pot. But so we don't want to push our luck. We just want to continue the winning. But you got to understand, you can't win exactly every session, and all it takes is one bad session to lose it, to lose it all, or to at least make it hurt. So, but I feel like we're still playing consistently good here. Like at least still concentrating, making good plays. Nothing too reckless. All right, got a 3-bet here. We're in position, 8-7 suited. Can make a play. Deeper stacked as well. If he full bets, we just get out the hand. That's fine as well. You don't know what Mr. Trino was going to do there. Hit with the 8. He could have ace king there. Maybe we make the call. We were in position, so maybe we should have made the call there. Let me know in the comments if you would have made the call. Need a 5. Comes all in, damn it. Playing for a steal with ace 9 offsuit. It's another scenario where we had a gutter trying to get the wheel, and we bet it because we didn't have any showdown value to make on the river, but he shoved. So he must have had at least a decent hand there. He could probably argue to check behind as well, just not to get thrown off the hand. Alright, got pocket aces. Ace 10 is folding. Aces win. 3-bet light with 6-5 clubs. Continue the betting here. Hopefully he's got 2 overcards. He's what? 8. Wow. Yeah, it just didn't fold. He called all away. Board pairs up. Less likely. Was a scare card if we played a. We were betting quite fast, so there was a tell there. So if you bet quite fast, you're not thinking about the cards, so you've either got it or you're just playing a bluff. Throwing a bet in here, just the fact that we can't afford another diamond to come out on the board in the river. We need a top pair as well. Call here, close the action down. If we had clubs, we never dominated. Not completely. We're going to let go here. Not going to get married to a bad hand there. Need the queen. Just going to check here. Hit the 10. Going to check here. You could have queens or jacks here. Play the same way. Probably queens. Could have a smaller pocket pair. Could have nothing at all. He hit a 5. Pretty ballsy to throw in a bet on the river though for value. Pocket 2 is going to raise out of position. Get the win. Got to remember the small pocket pairs. If they don't hit a set, they're less likely to hold up to the river. I got to raise there. Ace Queen offsuit out of position as well, so go a little bit higher. But they say min bet as well, so very strange min betting in such a spot. But yeah, like I said, we are very watchful of what we're going to do now. So we're on the borderline of leaving the session. Holding there, it's fine. Definitely raising out of position as well, so raise a bit more. Just going to try and go for 3 streets of value. It's a shame. Hopefully, if you had King Queen, he was going to get. Didn't allow him to get there, unfortunately. Playing small, just going to fold here. This called small just to see what the flop was. See if we can get some George hands. Going to try and steal here with 10-8 offsuit. All right, 4-2 offsuit's gone. Pocket 2s, here we go. It's going to call here to set mine for 2s. represent the ace as much as we should be able to, but have you got like a hand like King Queen, King Eight? Yeah. So if we three bet there pre-flop and then C bet, he's going to fold most times there because he didn't actually connect with that board. We went for the set nine. Steal. Oh, I happy to fold. Continue with the C bet. We're in a blind battle. Don't forget another diamond. Hopefully the eight of diamonds would be nice here. We could check raise. We're deep stacked here as well. We have a ton of equity here. Ton of equity. It's a bluff. Calls the bluff. Jack nine. What a call. Damn it. All right. We are going to call the session. Hopefully it's a bad beat. Hopefully it's a bad beat. No, it's not a bad beat. Anyway, we're going to call this session. We're going to lick our wounds and then come back tomorrow with this. So, not the greatest of sessions. We're going to see how bad we lost, but call behind. Board's paired up. If he's got two overcards, we win this one. Happy to fold this one if he bets into us. All right, so we'll lick our wounds. Let's see. Poker's going to be tomorrow. We don't need to win every session. We just don't need to lose big every session. All right, so let's have a look. Let's see. What do we got? So we got 73, 30 plus 32, 30. So we're at 105.6. So we lost two buy-ins. So it's not tragic. It's definitely annoying to the ego a little bit here. We still got till $80 to drop down to 2NL if we need to. So we're not going to drop down this session, even next session. If we lose the next two sessions, if you lose two buy-ins, I mean we're going to be near the tail end of $80, and then we'll really have to be very careful. But until then, we're still going to continue on and play our best. Also, we've got a few freebie daily tournaments that we can play as well. And once we hit a certain amount of money as well, we could start probably throwing in tournaments as well, like a dollar tournament here and there, or probably start just the low end of things as well. So, yeah, not the greatest of days. It was a good start, though. We had a really good start to the session. We probably were going to be up about $15-20 at one stage. So it was a big punch to the guts, especially losing to we had a set, and he hit his miracle card and hit straight, and the board didn't pair up. They lost like $15 in the pot. So if we won that one, definitely would have been happy. Obviously, we definitely had. It was probably just a flip in the end with his open ender with a set because it was on the flop. But anyway, we couldn't really let go of this, especially when someone has King Jack and they're three bet us pre-flop. We definitely weren't going anywhere because he's gonna have a lot more trash hands. Could have like top pair, top kicker type hand, get fall in love, some funky two pair hand. He's just got too much in his range for us not to go anywhere. So it is what it is. You can't take it personal. We'll come back tomorrow, rest up. If we feel like we've taken it personal or we don't feel our best tomorrow, we can skip tomorrow's session. That's all right as well. But yeah, we'll go from here. Got to see the cash rank as well. Maybe we've got a little bit back with the promo for what is it? Let's have a look. The rewards program, platinum. So we can collect $1.38. So that's not that bad. But anyway, platinum reward is our 82 cents here. So we can collect 82 cents. This week it says $1.38 above. So we are accumulating as well. So that is a backup plan. We're not going to be worried though. But the main plan is to get to 10NL as quick as we can. Unfortunately, the poker gods slowed us down today. We'll go back to it tomorrow and then try and smash it back. All right. Thanks, guys, for watching. Catch you next video. Bye.